Down there. Let the wolf, and there it is! Your Albion champion, Albion 4, taken. Touchdown! Final! Let it go! There it is! The pop-up! The victory!
3-2 over.
Due to great impressions to Smash player profiles, we continue forwards from the German beast Light to Netherlands' finest, Space. Alain Space Balemba is currently ranked number 1 in the Netherlands and is regarded as one of the best players of Europe. He resides in a corner of the country in a city called Hulst. The city is pretty peaceful with not much going on, but for a Smasher it becomes a struggle due to the lack of a train station. Even with such a big obstacle in his way, Space has still cemented his place at the top of the Netherlands rankings, and we shouldn't expect him falling off anytime soon. Space was born the 21st of November 1997 and is the youngest out of 5 kids. He was introduced to Smash when one of his older brothers bought Brawl, where they played together all the time. He quickly fell in love with the game and started playing with top level Dutch players in 2009 as a 12-year-old. Space's love for Smash got further branched out after watching Apex 2012. Comparing his own skills to the pros at that time gave him insight on how much he still needed to learn. From that day, he told himself that he wanted to become the best, and he started grinding. For the next 5 years, he only played online and was regarded as a hidden boss and a powerful Wi-Fi warrior for Netherlands. Very few knew who he was, but the only thing they did know was that he was really good.
So my name is Ramses, and I've known Space pretty much since he's entered the scene. So I think the most important thing to talk about here is the dedication, right? So Space, he basically never attended any tournaments until his first tournament, which was nearby enough for his parents to drive him there. And when he was there, he got into like grand finals. He did extremely well. When he was talking on like the Discord afterwards, he was like, "Yeah, dude, I'd love to attend tournaments, but it's just too far for me." I was like, "Hey, well, I mean, I think I live closest to you, so I can house you, and then we can go to the tournament together." So that's what we did. For the first time he came over, I said hello. That's the first time I like properly met him, and I housed him, and we went to the tournament together to Avalon. Well, basically the first time I met him, he was sitting there and he didn't know what to do with himself. It was actually kind of adorable. But slowly over the months, over the weeks, he started opening up, and I believe right now he's so comfortable with himself, and that's so beautiful to see. He's come out of his shell in such a big way, and now he's making jokes, hanging out, showing others his personality. The glasses push, of course. And that's something that took a lot of time. It took a lot of time for him to get there, and I'm so very proud of the way he has grown.
Ramses was the first person who talked to Space and opened him up from his shyness. In the first tourney Space went to, he got 2nd place, which he only got behind S1, the 3rd best player in Netherlands at that time. Tournaments got held left and right in Netherlands, and Space constantly performed. Plenty of great placings led him to reaching 7th in the official power rankings of Netherlands in 2017. A great achievement for a lot of people, but for Space this could be improved on. Especially the fact that his main practice partner, Super Semi, which he also has a friendly rivalry going on, placed higher than him in the power rankings. Sadly, Super Semi almost always ended up winning Space at this time. Eager to defeat his rival, Space worked even more on his gameplay and got the upper hand towards the end of Smash 4 by placing 4th at the national power rankings, 1 placing above Super Semi. As the Smash 4 scene slowly was fading away, Space's lust for traveling for hours between tourneys also started fading away, but he hadn't lost his competitive spirit. Space started playing all sorts of traditional fighting games like Dragon Ball FighterZ, Guilty Gear, Unist, and BlazBlue. He truly had a lot of fun with these games, but it wasn't exactly the same as with Smash. With Smash in the back of his mind, he still played it from time to time, but not as much as he previously did. The 11th of July 2018, when Smash was announced, Space quickly got himself a side job and saved up money for him to be able to travel when the game comes out. When the game finally was released in December 2018, Space put all his attention into the game. He quit his job and the other fighting games, but took the knowledge he had gained from them to improve as fast as possible in this new game. As of playing the game, Space faced something he wasn't prepared of. Well, he had to say goodbye to his Wiimote and nunchuck. Yes, all the achievements we were talking about before this was done with a Wii remote and a nunchuck. Can we just take 3 seconds to appreciate that fact? Okay, that's enough. All respect to him for managing that. Anyhow, he picked up the Pro Controller, which was different from what he was used to, but as a player of several fighting games, things wasn't too difficult to him after some games. In Ultimate, Space quickly started winning tournaments with the combination of Inkling and Pichu. Space really only won one very notable tournament in Smash 4, so he was striving for improvement in this next game, which he truly got. Some out-of-country performances Space got was 3rd out of 300 at Tech Republic, losing 3-1 to Gluttony in winners, with a close 3-2 set against Meru in losers finals. He also got 1st at Pixel Pokal Summer 2019, defeating Lancelot 3-2 in Grand Finals. At Albion, he sadly didn't reach his goal of achieving top 8 with a rough 3-1 loss against Young Eevee in top 32 and a loss against S1 in losers top 16. This also was led by him underperforming in the following Dutch tournament after Albion. Therefore, he dedicated every weekend after to grind Smash offline for the next big tournament that was coming up, UFA. The Ultimate Fighting Arena is one of the most prestigious European FGC tournaments, located in France. The tournament features Smash Ultimate and was held between the 4th and the 6th of October. With a prize pot of 8,000 euros, you can guarantee yourself that not only the biggest profiles of Europe join the tournament, but also international threats like Kameme and MKLeo. The stakes were very high, and though being seeded 7th, many people still didn't have Space as their main picks for the tournament. Space started out strong in pools as expected, 2-0 against Crust, 2-0 against Cross, and 2-0 against Nyx, advancing into top 64 facing Pew, a good NES player from France. The set still went Space's way as expected, but a game were taken away from Space as he advanced to top 32 facing Orion. Orion is an amazing Wolf player from France, and with a tough back and forth set, Space sealed out the win 3-2. A tough win in the last game gave Space a lot of confidence going into the next game, but when seeing who he was facing, the mentality quickly changed. Focus, composure, and trusting your instincts are very important in times like these, and Space certainly was ready for a battle, since the player that was in his way for reaching top 8 winners side of UFA was Gluttony, one of the best players in the world and certainly one of the favorites of taking the tournament. And prior to this tournament, Space had been training a lot of Wario, and the second best Wario in Europe, Whoopi, had helped him out a lot before the set, so he was prepared for battle. But the real deal was a lot different from whatever you can practice for. Starting off at Pokemon Stadium 2, the game started slow with both players feeling out each other a little bit. But sooner than ever, Space starts getting a lead, expectations started changing, and Space built up some confidence. Smart decisions, great execution, and intent in everything he did led him into winning the first game of the set with a great up throw to up air catch. Gluttony was caught off guard, but with a few changes in the timings of his move, he managed to start racking up a lot more damage on Space, resulting in eventually winning the game in a 2-stock fashion. Many players in the situation Space was in would lose their composure and feel like the opponent had figured them out. Space thought otherwise. He knew his capabilities and figured out what he needed to do, and went on and won Game 3 with a 2-stock himself. Things were looking very good for Space, but Titans don't fall that easy, and Gluttony really made that clear by winning with a 3-stock in Game 4. Even though Gluttony really made a statement with that game, things still didn't change for Space. The set wasn't over and he knew what he had to do to get the job done. The last game was played out on Pokemon Stadium, and the crowd was up in their feet for every interaction happened between these two players. I'll let the footage speak for itself.
For the bites.
And watch out for the ink tank. Watch out for the ink tank. Doesn't have to kill it. Yes. Shield to make sure he can have it back here a few frames later. Oh my god. Right on deck. He knows that pretty much one option can kill him. Good today. True. Gets to the trap
Great
situation.
patience by Space.
Oh. Here we go.
Up there.
Here we go.
Stock.
Last stock, last smash. Let's go. For the stand. Going to need the local here. Up here, maybe on the platform. No, it's going to be back here with. Up here. It's going to be up here.
And the crowd goes up.
Space! My God! Space! The champion from the Netherlands takes it here in France! In France, Gluttony is sent to the loser bracket!
Tons of emotions and a great victory for Space, really showing the world how strong Space really is. But if that didn't convince anyone, his win in the next round surely should, as he went on and defeated Kameme in an intense back and forth set, ending 3-2.
Both players here, Metal Blade in hand. Yeah, Space is just playing this incredibly excellent. To be so scared when you have a short hopping Kameme in front of you. There is the spark shock out of shield. Down tilt as well.
Now look at this edge guard, almost gets it, but not quite.
Yeah, smart recovery using the
See, we're used to seeing from him.
Although we're landing the Metal Blade in hand.
Up here.
Is that going to be it? It is there! Space puts Kameme in losers! Space advancing into winners finals, carrying the Netherlands on his back. What a fantastic showing for Space #1.
I actually really wanted to play against Kameme in bracket. I played a lot against our local Mega Man Loading, so I was really confident in that matchup. Due to the amount of matchup experience I had, I felt like I could beat him, but knowing that he's the best Mega Man in the world, I knew it wasn't gonna get easy. I didn't feel nervous at all during this set. I felt like I was in the zone for a lot of these games. Winning both Gluttony and Kameme in one day felt like a dream. I came into the tournament hoping to place top 8 but guaranteed myself a spot against MKLeo in Winners Finals. In Winners Finals, he faced MKLeo, and as expected, he did lose his match, but put up a hell of a fight as he took a game off his Joker, losing 3-1. Later on, he also lost against Gluttony in Losers Finals, and ended up with a breakout performance of 3rd place in UFA, securing his footing as one of the Europe's titans. Today we see Space still doing amazing with a recent 3rd place at Syndicate, and a recent 3rd place at DreamHack, showing the world that he isn't the one-time wonder. Before we end the video, I called Space for an interview, so I hope you can stay around for that as well. So I'm here with the man himself, Space, and I'm gonna ask you 20 questions, some weird ones and some serious ones. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, so first question, what is the most satisfying thing to do in Smash?
The most satisfying thing, for me, it's up air from Inkling.
From Inkling? Alright, damn.
Yeah.
When you hit that kill confirm range. Alright.
For sure.
Okay. Who's your Smash waifu?
My Smash waifu? I think it's probably Palutena or Lucina.
Alright, okay. That's good picks. I'll go for Sheik personally, but you know. Alright, so which Dutch players are there to look out for that's on the rise?
Well, most people know him, but I'd say definitely Super Sammy.
Yeah, Super Sammy's kind of busted.
In the Netherlands, he's been kind of destroying us.
With young Link buffs, right?
Yeah.
He's nuts. I remember his Mario back in Smash 4.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Alright, question 4. Which matchup do you hate and which matchup do you love the most?
The matchup I love the most is probably, I guess, Joker. I really like playing as Joker, and even though our stance is broken,
damn,
it's mostly really fun to play against, in my opinion.
God damn. Okay.
The matchup I hate the most, I think Rob.
Rob, alright.
Yeah, it's a bad matchup for Inkling, but also if he hits you with the gyro, you can just die at any percent. So
bruh, what the fuck?
it's really stressful.
Alright, so here comes the greatest question, alright?
Alright.
Milk first or cereal first?
Ooh, I gotta say, I'm with Mr.R on this one.
No! God damn, alright, okay. Milk first then. Yep. Okay, what is your tip Now, what is one tip you have for intermediate players that try to reach top level?
I guess to watch a lot of VODs.
A lot of VODs.
Most people underestimate how much you can learn from watching your own VODs and the best plays of your characters. But it's actually probably one of the most important things you can do.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good tip. Okay, is hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Okay, it's not? Alright.
It's not a sandwich.
In your own gameplay, what do you believe are your best abilities?
I guess it's I'm good at not choking. When I have a lead, I'm usually good at keeping the lead and playing very consistent.
Alright. Nice. Okay, Kiss, Marry, Kill, Mega Man, Young Link, and Ness.
Oof. Kill Ness.
He was right on it.
I don't like this question.
You don't like
how old is Young Link?
I don't know, man. I would kiss the robot. You don't have to kiss Young Link.
Kiss the robot and marry Young Link.
Alright, nice. Okay. What is 3 things you must have in your fridge at all times?
Let me think about this one. Well, definitely bread.
In your fridge?
Oh, wait, no.
What?
In my fridge. Let's think. Huh. This is a hard one. Alright. So you should definitely have... Damn, I'm really struggling with this one. What should I have?
I remember Light went with beer.
Beer?
Yeah.
Well, I don't drink beer. So.
Okay.
Huh. Well, I'm actually struggling with that.
Alright, we can skip it.
Alright.
You don't want anything in your fridge. That's cool. Do you have any Smash idols that you look up to?
Smash idols. I guess I really like Nairo. That was one of my favorites. Yeah, I'd say that's it. I'd say Nairo is probably my favorite.
Okay, nice. Do you want any changes to Smash Ultimate? If so, what kind?
Probably the buffer.
The buffer
and
system?
Stuff. Yeah, probably more control changes. Like full out buffer and stuff.
Yeah.
I like the game for the most part, but the controls are a bit awkward, so...
They are, certainly.
Yeah.
Alright, so you recently placed 3rd in the European rankings. What's your thoughts on that, and what's the plan moving forward?
It was really... I didn't expect to get 3rd when I started playing Smash Ultimate. When I started attending tournaments with Ultimate.
You popped off, man.
Yeah, so... When I started doing well at the UFA and all the big majors, I knew that I was going to get a high rank. So, but I'm going to try to maintain it because it was really hard to get all these big placings.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to work on if I can stay consistent like this and then focus on beating Quick and Gluttony because they've been my bracket demons at the. These big majors.
Yeah, they're pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's the funniest Smash tag you've ever heard?
The funniest Smash tag? Let me think about this one.
Alright. It's a hard question.
Yeah.
I mean, space is a funny one.
Is it?
I'm joking.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, actually.
Okay, Netherlands had pretty sophisticated tags, I see.
Yeah. Well, there is one.
Alright, we got one.
Because most people pronounce it wrong. It's a Gijsbeer.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that shit in Smash 4.
So there's been a lot of memes about this tag and how foreigners pronounce it.
Alright, that's a funny one actually. Alright, so favorite Inkling, Joker, and Pichu alt?
Inkling alt is the pink one. That's my favorite now. It used to be the default one, but the pink one grew on me. The Joker one, probably the Akechi alt, probably.
Yeah.
Do you know which one that is?
I think this is the blue one.
Those are the white one.
Oh, the white. Yeah, white.
Yeah, the one that Zachary uses.
Yeah. And the Pichu.
A Pichu? The one with the weird ear. I think it's female Pichu.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right. What's the most ridiculous Smash fact you know?
The most ridiculous Smash fact. Rob down tilt is 14 frames.
Oh shit!
Total.
Damn.
I hate that move.
God damn, that's fast. Okay, how many languages can you speak?
Just two.
Just two? English and Dutch?
Yeah, English and Dutch.
Alright, okay. Have you ever raged before in Smash, and in what way?
Raged? Probably a Smash 4 Wi-Fi tournament at 5 a.m.
God damn.
I remember like attending a Knife Wars. So when that ended, it was like 5 a.m. here, and I was up like from 1 to 5 a.m. because I slept to prepare.
The lag must have been brutal though.
It was.
Holy shit. Alright, so the Smash World Tour was announced. Yeah. Now with the Corona thing, that's kind of weird, but what's your thoughts on that?
I think for Europe, it's gonna be pretty hard to get qualified. I'm not sure what the rules are per se, but it seems if you don't travel to America a lot, it's gonna be pretty hard. But I'm gonna try going to America. Well, when this is all over, so
yeah,
I'll see how I'll do and then focus on it from there.
I think you'll do well. I think you'll do very well.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
All right, so last question, which probably a lot of people would like to ask you is, how the fuck did you use Wiimote and Nunchuck?
Oof. Well...
like, how? God damn.
So, when I used to play Brawl, well, when I was a casual player,
yeah,
I just played with only a Wii remote. So I was like,
wait, not Nunchuck?
No, Nunchuck. When I was a casual, that was just the way you play Brawl for me.
God damn.
So then I tried to get into it competitive online, and I realized that
you have to plug the Nunchuck.
Yeah, I can't do a lot of stuff with only a Wii remote. So
God damn.
I plugged in the Nunchuck, messed around with the controls, and figured out that it was pretty alright. So, and then Smash 4 came out, and it just stuck, you know.
Would you still use the Wiimote and Nunchuck if it was available right now?
Maybe I would actually.
Damn.
I think it's a pretty good controller actually. So.
But what's the main difference between a GameCube controller and Wiimote in competitive play? Like, what's the benefits?
The benefit, well, in Smash 4, at least, there was a sort of glitch with the C-stick. If you had it on Smash Attack, your aerials would drift that way. The Wii Remote Nunchuck didn't really have that, so...
Oh yeah, that's a drawback. Damn.
So that was fine, but there's not really any benefit. It's more so just preference.
All right.
I'd say.
All right, I got you. But then I think I'm done. That was 20 questions, dude. Thank you so much.
No problem, dude.